Mayorkas has downplayed the significance of this action and has basically said that the deportations taking place are part of the administration's overall immigration policy. But the reason that this has become so controversial is we have seen videos and photos of Border Patrol agents on horseback taking pretty aggressive actions to try to round up and push back migrants attempting to cross the southern border into the US. And those migrants at one point appeared to be using lashes, their reins to lash some of the migrants. They're sort of using their horses to run into the migrants. And so it's very aggressive actions, and they're images that have not only shocked, I think, average Americans, but even Democrats on Capitol Hill are denouncing the images. And the White House press secretary said yesterday that those images are horrifying. She actually also said this morning that the president has seen them and he finds them horrifying as well. So all of that taken together has created sort of a renewed focus on how the Biden administration is handling this significant increase in migration at the US southern border. And it has brought new criticism, not just from Republicans who have long criticized the administration, but new criticism from Democrats who say that the problem is the Biden administration is continuing the aggressive anti-immigration actions of its predecessor, Donald Trump. There are thousands of Haitian migrants in particular that have arrived at the US southern border in a border town called Del Rio, Texas. There's a large encampment that the US Border Patrol is now trying to break up, and there are agents there trying to keep these Haitians from entering the US. There's this large influx of Haitian migrants, partly because the situation in Haiti has been so difficult for the past few months. In addition to, an out of control COVID pandemic, they've experienced earthquakes and other extreme weather incidents that have caused a lot of Haitians to try to leave the country and try to enter the US through Mexico. And so in addition to, what we've seen is an increase in attempted border crossings at the US southern border of all migrants. We're now seeing a strong presence of Haitians as well that are sort of arriving at this specific border town in particular.
I want to get this out.